Hey there collectors, I've got another action figure review for you today, and we're going to be looking at Con-El Superboy. So we'll be taking a look at the box, we'll be looking at the figure in terms of articulation, how well it's been brought to life from the pages, and we'll be doing some comparisons of the figure with some other figures as well. So stick around and we're going to get right into it. Con-El Superboy, nothing really special on the front in terms of box art. Con-El Superboy and Con-El Superboy. I'm not quite sure where this art is from. It may have been made specifically for this, but I don't think so. I don't think McFarlane's done that for a while. If I can find the source, then I will put it up on screen now. Otherwise, that's it, and we're gonna get right into the figure. So he's not actually just called Con-El Superboy. We have multiple different Superboys at this point in the comic books, so they have to distinguish him figure-wise by calling him Con-El. But no accessories. Here's his card. The art that we're seeing here is actually based on his original design, not the one that we're actually seeing that the figure is based on. You can even see pads are different, the belts are different, he's got spikes on the shoulder pads, a whole lot of differences here. So that's kind of strange that they went with this, but we'll get into that in a second. We have our brief bio on the back, pretty straightforward, nothing real fancy there. So, and then of course the standing plate. The version that this figure is actually based on is coming from a more recent run of Young Justice. And so in that one, we see the Young Justice characters join back together and they end up meeting Connor, or Con-El, in a different dimension, and then he teams back up with the team. So we can see that it actually does look very, very close to what the design in that comic looks like. We have this nice S here. Got the classic Superman family symbol on the back. No S on that side. And now he's got the gloves with the finger holes. No additional accessories, like I said, but if he's gonna have a couple of hands, then it's nice that he's got one open hand and a fist, because Superboy's got a punch. I think it is a little bit surprising for fans because he did put out the Eradicator, and I think we also just saw a reveal of Steel, and so it seemed like he was putting out the Reign of Superman figures, but he's choosing to do this Superboy as opposed to the original design. So it's possible that we'll still see that one coming, but for now, this is what we have. As far as articulation, it's pretty straightforward. I would say that the diaper on this one is not nearly as prevalent on so many others, so it actually looks really good. Although we do still have that same problem where it stretches the diaper when you have him in a position that requires putting his thigh up like that. Double jointed knees. We have pretty standard foot movement there. This one does seem to have a bit of ankle tilt, so that's nice to have. Standard double jointed elbows there too. Armor's pretty standard again. This one, I think the QC got missed on the jacket because it does open up a bit, which I don't think it's supposed to, because you can see that the jacket actually has this bit here that's supposed to slide into there, and there's probably supposed to be glue or something holding that in. You can see the S symbol isn't fully completed on the corner there, so I think mine just has a problem in that aspect, but that's fine. Here's a close-up of our Con-El face. He has facial hair stubble. It is all just painted on though, so if you don't like that for some reason, you probably can remove it, and you can probably remove it using the same stuff that I've used to remove the cell shading on the various VHS Marvel Legends figures. Spikes are nicely painted. There's a better shot of the S in the front S. So here he is next to Tim Drake Robin, and I am putting him there because in the comics they are actually really good friends. We do have a new version of Tim Drake Robin coming out, which should match this particular version of Superboy better, just because, like I said, that Young Justice comic has the both of them pairing up again with several other members of the Young Justice team. Here he is next to the newer Superboy, who is actually Superman's biological son. If you don't know, this Superboy is a clone of Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. This Superboy, I don't know if this is actually even the current version of his actual costume, because that one's changing a lot, but there you go. And here he is standing next to Superboy Prime. So this one is interesting just because he is the reason why he died previously. And that's the review. So if you liked the video, then please give me a like. And otherwise, if you want to see old gritty Batman, then check out my last review over here.